Hello, I'm Carl White, and welcome to Life in the Carolinas. Well, it's Christmas time, and we're on location at the Balsam Mountain Inn in western North Carolina. I remember the first time I visited this place. It was about this same time of the year, and she was all decorated for Christmas, just like she is now. And when I walked in the doors, the smell of pine and mulled cider filled the air. Well, it was during that same visit that I had a chance to meet Merrily, the owner. We had dinner that night, and she shared with me her whole story about how this inn came to be from a restoration standpoint. Well, I asked her if she'd be willing to share her old-fashioned Christmas with our viewers, and she said sure. Well, here we are, and we've got friends coming in from all over. Here come the Ross brothers. How you guys doing? Terry Woody has joined these guys. They're getting attention all over the place. Good to see you guys. And here comes Doc Lawrence, our good friend, all the way from Atlanta. Doc,
Merry Christmas, Carl.
Merry Christmas to you.
God bless you. What a pleasure to see you again.
It's so good to see you, Doc. You know, we discovered that a lot of people who come to Western North Carolina come from Georgia. They come up from Atlanta.
They do.
And I called Doc and I said, Doc, would you come up? And he said,
I said, I have to wait till the Christmas season. I want to come immediately when you called me.
And that was months ago, but I was somewhere else. He didn't come. But Doc, Liz, she's back in the kitchen now with Chef Philip, and she's making sure that the turkey is done right, the dumplings are done right. So Philip's been saying, I know what to do, I know what to do.
I am so hungry now.
That's right. Well, folks, we're so glad you're here with us. We really are excited about sharing Merrily's old-fashioned Christmas with you. Friends are coming in. We've got David Holt. He's going to sing for us. We got all sorts of great people. We'll be right back. Closed Caption is brought to you by our friends at Moosehead Grill, home of Uncle Donnie's national award-winning wings. Life in the Carolinas is brought to you in HD by Hampton Inn and Suites at Phillips Place. Merrily, the dining room looks beautiful.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here to share it.
For me, an old-fashioned Christmas was always about coming together with loved ones and friends to share the festivities of the holiday season. We'd have singing and dancing, and always at the end, a fabulous meal where we'd share the most wonderful conversations. This year, we gathered together at the Balsam Mountain Inn to spend a few days relaxing and celebrating in the old Carolina traditions. The Ross brothers treated us to some Christmas favorites in a uniquely Appalachian style. Joseph and Laurel and Riverwind gave us Christmas music with a Native American flavor. Everyone contributed to make it a fantastic experience. And in the end, a few of us sat down at the table to reflect on our weekend and enjoy an amazing holiday feast. Merrily, what a great job you've done here at the inn again. You've just created this...
It's got a great feel.
It's a great feel. I mean, this is an old-fashioned Christmas. Our host, Merrily Teasley, was there, and of course, my good friend, syndicated columnist Doc Lawrence, and our food expert, Liz Baechel. We were joined this year by cooking expert and author Lisa Shively. Lisa has followed her passion and published numerous cookbooks. She's created a line of successful food products and spends much of her time traveling and sharing her time-saving food products with an ever-growing audience. And rounding out our guest list at this year's table was Grammy Winner David Holt. Aside from being a world-class performer, David is an expert on traditional music, and he shared with us a Christmas song unique to the Carolinas. Together with Josh Goforth, he performed some traditional music that you simply don't want to miss. Doc, do a quick toast. We've got to do a toast to start the season off, Doc.
I took this based on a little verse that I found in my grandmother's Bible, Grandma Stella. Life is made of good hopes and precious memories. And in that spirit, may I toast to us, our families, our friends, our loves, our country, our God.
There we go. Good job, Doc. Good job. I agree with that.
I heard a good one in Ireland recently. It said, Champagne for my real friends, real pain for my sham friends.
Cheers!
That must have been an amazing trip to Ireland.
Merrily has restored this wonderful inn that first opened in 1908. And the Balsam Mountain Inn was the perfect place to have our annual holiday gathering.
Makes it pretty easy to have a pretty place up in the mountain that's got some soul and some age on it.
But your place is particularly special because it's really old.
It is really old. It was started in 1905 and completed in 1908.
When I first came up a few years ago, you talked about how you found this place in moonlight and you fell in love with it.
I was hiking over on the mountain just outside, and of course there was no electricity because it was boarded up and condemned, but in the moonlight it didn't look like that. It looked beautiful. It looked like a magical dream on the side of a mountain.
Sure. Well, there is magic in moonlight, I guess.
Yes, there is. The next day I came back to see what it really looked like, and it had 125 broken windows, and it was decrepit as could be.
But you have a history of restoring old inns, and that's what you decided to do here.
Mm-hmm. It really was badly damaged, but its bones were good. And it's truly classical. The columns are spaced like they ought to be, further and further apart to make your eye go toward the center. Of course, I'm sure you've noticed how wide the hallways are. They're 11 feet wide, and that was so people could come with their steamer trunks, unpack it, put it out in the hall, and stay for the whole summer. Every room had hot and cold running water. And they had beautiful wool oriental carpeting in the hallways.
So this was
it was elegant.
It's a very elegant place for its time. Is the inn on the National Historic Registry?
It is. And I followed the National Department of Interior guidelines for historic restoration. So it's a certified restoration.
So Merrily, you've got 50 rooms, and you had some help decorating, right?
Mm-hmm. Like the room was done by my mom, and it has a Native American theme. All chiefs are on the walls, and she did a romantic room up on the corner. I had a good friend who decorated the suite on the second floor back on this side, and so we call that Flo's room. And different people helped me. Most of the ideas were mine, but it's a lot to do, 50 rooms and get them open. So I was welcoming help of people whose taste I admired.
Sure. Food. The food here is great. Where does that come from within you, to where you focus on good food as well?
Well, our feeling is first local. So we buy as locally as we can and as fresh as we can. And we have a really wonderful young chef, Philip Page, who is from this area. So he has a lot of know-how about regional cuisine.
I know you were back in the kitchen with Chef Phil. Earlier, Liz, what are we eating? What is this?
This is a butternut squash. I believe there's pumpkin in here, too.
A butternut squash pumpkin soup? Wow. That's delicious. Now, Doc, you're a food writer. You're a critic. Tell us what you think.
Well, I think that when you have this wonderful texture and flavor on your palate, the first thing that you're motivated to do as a Southerner is to have a little wine to wash it down.
I think so.
I'm right there with you.
Wow. You know, Merrily, you get a lot of musicians up here. What are some of your memories? I mean, there's got to be plenty, but pick out one.
Well, there are, but I think maybe the most unusual was the very first songwriters night we had. We had been at the beach doing a benefit show, several friends, and somebody turned around and said, well, Merrily, why don't we do this up there at the inn? And Cowboy Jack Clement turned around and said, well, why don't we? And I said, well, let's do it. And he said, how about next week? It's become a real Balsam tradition now.
Well, I know that.
So they have dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show.
Oh, great.
And most of them come from about a 5-hour drive or less, you know.
David, I'm sure if you played, they'd come from all over the universe.
I bet they
They
would.
would just fly in from everywhere.
San Antonio.
Doc, you were talking about knowing Carl Sandburg when you were young and working with him and working at his house. Well, I got to do, when they opened up the Connemara, I got to do the first program there. So they let me go through, he had really just passed away, let me go through and look at his books and his old 78 records that he had used to make the American Song Bag. And they showed me the room where he passed away. It was just a little room with a cot in it. And that's where he would hang out, and it is the room where he died in. And so right next to the bed was a record player. I thought, wow, what was the last record that he heard in his life? And I opened it up, and there it was, an old 78 of cigarettes and whiskey and Wild Wild Wood.
That
Carl Sandburg.
It doesn't get any more American than that, does it?
I was in Ireland a little earlier this year. Let me offer a toast I heard there. May you live 100 years with one more day to repent. Cheers.
Well, there you
Cheers.
go. That's good. That's a good one.
right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Season's greetings from the White family
and the Jaroslaw family here at Elkin Creek Vineyard, one of the beautiful vineyards here in the Yadkin Valley. We're so glad to call the Carolinas our home and to wish you all Happy Holidays!
Happy holidays!
Come visit us in the new year.
Cheers! Cheers!
You just got back from Paris, my
I
gosh.
did. I was lucky enough to be asked to be a featured chef at the International Food Show in Paris.
Wow.
I was there for a week. I was there with the Southern United States Trade Association,
Right.
so it was all Southern companies, and one of them was North Carolina sweet potatoes, and I can cook some North Carolina sweet potatoes.
Did they not have many sweet potatoes over there?
No, I had long discussions with people about what it was, and we decided to call them carrot potatoes.
Carrot
Well,
potato.
were you able to get them, or did you have to take them with you?
They shipped them over.
So
the
they
show.
were Carolina
Yes,
potatoes.
they were.
Yeah, well,
They
then
were.
there you go.
But they had to-
I think it's salad time. I hear the salad's coming.
Soup was fabulous.
Everything.
You know, that soup was fantastic.
wonderful.
It's salad time. You know, I love a good
you.
salad. You know, you've got an interesting dynamic to your life now.
Good.
I mean, what made all that happen? I mean, it's...
You know, all I do is simple, easy cooking to help other people eat more meals at home. And I get so much feedback. You know, we're doing this. We're so blessed to have this time together at our kitchen table. And that's just so underrated now. You know, we think we don't have time for that. And we really do, and we need to have that
It's
time.
kind of special.
It's really special. It really
Getting back
is.
to a sense of fellow man and community.
So the people who
family.
want the Wi-Fi and all that don't come, they just don't come here?
No, we have Wi-Fi actually, but
no telephones in the
no
rooms,
telephones
no
and no TVs. And the people who mostly come here want to be with each other.
That's what we all need to remember this time of the year. You know, it's good stuff. Well, this was a great salad. Can't wait for the turkey. I think it's going to be coming out soon. And we'll be right back.
Salad is great.
Hi, this is Michael Wilson, General Manager of the Elkin Jonesville Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott Hotel. We're located directly off of Interstate 77 at exit 85. We invite you and your family to come in and see our wonderful Christmas display. We have over 40 fabulous decorated trees for this holiday season. Come out and take a tour of the hotel. We would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful holiday season. We hope to see you soon.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, it just gets better.
My goodness.
The colors are beautiful.
Aren't they?
Is this the
sweet
stuff
potato
in your...
dumplings?
Sweet potato, I don't...
Oh, right there.
Liz spent some time with Chef Philip in the kitchen and learned all about a quick and easy way to prepare these delicious dumplings.
We are with Chef Philip once again, and Chef Philip is going to show us how to make a wonderful sweet potato dumpling.
I've mixed together vanilla, the sweet potatoes, the Bulldog sweet potatoes, milk and butter. And it's very simple, and that is going to be our filler this evening.
Alrighty.
To start the dumpling, what we're going to do is use some can-style biscuits, and this is what makes this recipe very simple and very easy to do at home, and it's very quick. We're going to take the biscuit, and we're going to try to mold the biscuit into as big of a round, flatter biscuit as we can. You can always cut them in half when you serve them, but it kind of looks good. It looks like a big apple turnover almost.
I
so.
bet once you eat them, you're not going to want to have them in half.
Oh,
You're
exactly.
going to
Well,
want
yeah,
to
and
have
that
the
too
whole
as
thing.
well. And then we're going to take just a spoonful or so of that.
Smidgen?
A smidgen.
Okay.
A dab, and you might have to gauge it from the first one you make and see how much of a mess you make, which I'm about to make probably.
But that's what makes it so much
exactly,
fun.
Exactly. So what we've done is we've taken that and we've put it on one side of.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of roll it over just like a turnover would. do that and tuck as much as that in. And if some leaks out, that's just fine. It will pretty much keep its shape. Just to kind of, and you can use a spoon to kind of smash the edges.
I was going to ask, can you pinch it or use a fork or
however you'd like?
Okay.
And then that is a potato dumpling. It is as easy as that. And then once I set it in the pan, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on top of that and a little bit of cinnamon. Those are going to be lined up. We're going to put them close-knit tight, side by side, just like that. And the last step to that is to take these last elements I have here, right there, and that is just brown sugar, milk, the butter, and the white sugar.
All right.
And what we're going to do is, and these will be lined with dumplings if we were finishing this.
Right.
But we pretty much will just pour that into the bottom of the pan to where that it comes up about halfway on the dumplings.
So you don't cover the dumplings
Don't cover the dumplings. We're going to do it about halfway.
Okay.
And so that is going to be lined up. And then pretty much all you do is you throw it in the oven under some cover for about 25 to 30 minutes. I use 375.
375.
End result product will look something like this.
So good.
And it is a nice, different rendition of sweet potatoes that your family, if they like sweet potatoes, they will enjoy this as long as no one doesn't like sugar.
This could be a dessert as well.
Oh yeah, it very much could. It actually could, yeah.
Look at those things. They're huge. They're like
You don't get your hands right where they belong.
And I guess this would be
the stuffing.
The stuffing. Okay, so that's the cornbread
dressing,
stuffing
as
that
we
was
call it
talked
in the South.
about. Oh my gosh, here comes, look at that big turkey. There it comes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
I am going to approach carving this bird for you.
If you would do that, that would be fantastic, because I think we can't wait too much. Oh, this looks fantastic. David, last night you shared a wonderful old story with us, and everybody, all of our guests here loved it. It was a great experience. Tell us about that song.
Well, the song is called Breaking Up Christmas. It was a tradition that people still do, they used to do, and they still do today, of celebrating the 12 days of Christmas, starting on the 26th and going every day to somebody else's house, rolling up the rugs, maybe in a couple of rooms, even taking down the beds and the furniture, moving them out of the rooms and having a square dance.
Josh was with you.
Josh was getting it on the fiddle, yeah. It's really a great little tune, and it's one of the few original kind of Christmas songs from the mountains.
Well, let's take a listen to that.
Yeah. It's called Breaking Up Christmas. Let's play it, Josh.
All right.
These get-togethers, people would sit around and sing and play and dance. Thought we'd do another one of these old songs for you. It's called the Cannonball. Here we go. Well, my baby left me, she even took my shoes. It's enough to give a man them doggone weary blues. Oh, she's gone, she's solid gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. She's solid gone. Try singing that with us. Feel like crying since she's gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. She's solid gone. Well, I'm going up north. I'm going up north this fall. If I don't come back, well, you won't see me at all. Oh, she's gone. She's solid gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. She's solid gone. Play one more time and sing. One more time. Feel like crying since she's gone. Feel like crying since she's gone. She's solid gone.
David, we just want to thank you and Josh for the wonderful
Yes,
music.
here.
It
That
was
was
just
great.
beyond our
Raise the glass
expectations.
high.
That's very
It
good.
was just wonderful, and it was just such a wonderful way to bring in the holiday season. And Merrily, thank you.
I think
Thank
it's a
you.
good thing. Well, I'll make the last toast if I may.
Okay, please.
You know, it's a special time for me. You know, this year, and I share that with my dad passing away this year, and my mom's been gone now for a while, and I wanted to surround myself with family and with friends, with extended family, and people that I've come to respect and care about, you know. And I think it's okay that we say we love each other. You know, I don't know that we do that enough. I think maybe we do, but we're not comfortable expressing that. But I really believe this type of time together, I think there's a love there. I don't know how to say it other than that, and I think it's a good thing. And I hope that, you know, people watching in, I hope that you guys have felt that, because it's here. It's real, it's genuine. Merrily, your life has lived it. Doc, what a hoot and what a dear friend you have become. And
I've got to wipe a tear away. You're really moving me.
It's just great, you know, and at least all of us. I mean, I think this is a wonderful thing. And, you know, I just lift our glass to us and to all of our viewers who are watching. Thank you so much for being with us during this holiday season. You know, if you're with your families, that's a wonderful thing. But if you're not, and you're by yourself, you're with us. Just kind of bring yourself in. We'll be your family, we'll be your friends. And I don't mean that in a flippant kind of way. I believe we really do, right from the heart.
Yes, we do.
So here's to you, and here's to us. May we all have a wonderful holiday season. We'll see you next time. Now that's a wonderful meal, Chef Philip. This is fantastic. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Have a relax. Pull up. Just go over to the pot. That's great. I've got to try. The pineapple. David's had 4 of them already. What a wonderful thing. This dressing is fantastic, and it's really simple to make, isn't it? Oh, fantastic. This is so good.